morning and welcome to my channel. Well, this is an embarrassing video. I went bin diving. Didn't mean to. We were taking our rubbish to the bin. Here you don't have dustbin collections or anything like that. You have to take your rubbish to major bins that are set out on different roads. This is down one of the what they call the Camino roads, which is a side road in the arable land. And because it's out of the way, these bins, as we're out in the country, a lot of people dump rubbish, lots of rubbish, lorry loads, because if they have municipal dumps here. However, it costs a lot of money to dump your rubbish. Unfortunately, Spain is not very good at recycling. They have recycling bins, but it's a mindset, I think, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, it's quite sad at times. But again, out in the country, there's a lot of houses that have been in the Spanish owners for years and years and years. There's a lot of abandoned properties that get sold and people renovate them, usually foreigners. And what happens is they clear the house out and they get somebody in to clear it who has a lorry load of stuff, and they dump them by these bins. This was a lorry load. And we'd pulled up to dump our own rubbish into the bin, our household rubbish as normal. And I noticed all these books and papers and things. So yes, as you can see from this photo here, I went bin diving. And I picked up a few goodies. I've got some old photos here. I don't know, I thought they were damaged, but actually I think it's the way they've been printed. Some postcards, some prayer cards. This is a more modern prayer card they've laminated. Other postcards and prayer cards. Some other postcards. I think most of these are from probably the 70s, I would think, at various points around Spain. I'll put them there. Then there was these cards that I found out from Mark. These will be from the mid-70s. It's about software writing, but in the first language, BASIC. So that was quite interesting, but I thought they'd be brilliant to alter and use as file cards. And then they also we had these, which again, I would think probably came with them, the 70s maybe. So we're talking over 50 years old, some of this. There's this book from 93, but what I liked about it, it's a diary, a local and address book. And it had some interesting adverts in it that I thought might prove, I can go through it and prove quite good. Some more postcards from the monastery of San Lorenzo. And it was more the pictures that I thought actually were quite lovely. So I've got them. Then there was this book, Three Pesetas, a little novel. And this is from 1943. So it was during the Second World War. It was about fighter, but in Spanish. Bear in mind, Spain was, I suppose, having its own war of civil war with Franco. But it's an old book, so I just thought the pages were lovely, and I must be able to do something with it. More adverts on the back. Then there was this illustrated dictionary, and this was from, I'm trying to see if there's a date. I thought there was. Yes, 1976. Not that old, but again, 50 years old. And it was just nice paper. I liked the paper. It's thin, but it's that, I don't know, that crinkly paper as I call it. And there were some illustrations in it I thought might be interesting. Then I picked up, there was a book, a graph book, no idea from when, but look but the paper is coloured, got coloured, so I thought I would use that in journals as well. This is actually in the UK was 50p, so again it's after the 70s, but what I liked, it's not the actual, it's these parts. I thought I'd like these as pages in a journal, so again I thought that would be quite handy. Then there's these that came, they're maths problems, but as you can see that children fill in. And when I found, I think this one I've got it in, or is it? Ah, yeah, here. These are the back pages here. And these are from 1959. So, and they're all just maths problems for children, I believe, or senior school maybe. They're from 1959. Then there were two old file folders. That I thought I could make covers from as well. Some more sort of, well, this is for lace, I believe, or embroidery. An old sheet of that, which again I thought could definitely use in journals. And another sheet there. Then there was this book. It's not particularly old, but it had some illustrations in. Not sure, but got that as well. Then there was this pile of pictures. They were literally like this. They'd been torn out of books. But again, I liked some of the illustrations and the pictures. They're famous paintings from around the world. Obviously, Mona Lisa. So I thought I'd hang on to them. Then there was this pile of paperwork, typed up paperwork on that thin, not tissue paper, but that very thin typing paper. All sorts here, and some handwritten things here as well on this graph paper. So I thought these would be really good in a journal as well. And then again, this one, 60 pesetas, no idea what date, but it had some nice lace illustrations in. So again, I thought I could use them. And then you have, this is an old map, I think from the 70s of Berger. But this looks like it's the Moors and Christians festival. And then these are just, there was a book there with lots of bird illustrations that I thought I could use, and I thought this was absolutely amazing. Look at this cockerel and his feathers tail coming down here. I thought that was incredible. So I thought there was some nice bird illustrations in there that I could probably use as well. And then I got these, and this is the last thing. Now these are from, this one's from 1955, and I believe, whoops, they are old, 1957. They're a film called Sissy, and the Destiny of Sissy, and the first one was called just Sissy, Elizabeth of Bavaria, and her love affair with a king. And what they did, they gave out, you could buy, like nowadays, you can buy football stickers. These were film stickers that you could buy and put in a catalogue like this. Now, these stickers were here because they've been glued in. But I do have a lot of loose ones, as you can see here as well. There is some damage. But I thought some of these were quite lovely, as you can see here. So I'm going to hopefully use some of them in journals. And then that is the back cover. There was another cover that was like this. But yeah, I haven't actually got that. That wasn't there. And then here, there's tissue paper in this one. There's Sissy. I think she ended up, I'm not certain of the story, either ended up as the mistress or the wife of an emperor, German emperor. I should read the story really a bit more, but these are all scenes from the film. This one's in much better condition. But I mean, it was amazing what people, and these were all put into boxes and just the boxes were left there. I just went through the boxes. But it was amazing. Unfortunately, they do just throw everything out. You don't get flea markets, very, very rarely. And if you do, like all the vintage postcards I got a few months ago at a flea market, the only flea market I've ever been to, and it was just a local one that's a one-off. I got from some Belgians who'd cleared out their brother's garage and found all these vintage postcards. So I got all of them from there. So it's not often that the Spanish just throw everything, unfortunately, because I should imagine in some of these houses there's some really old things. So yes, it's my first and probably my last ever time I've gone bin diving. It wasn't actually bin diving because they weren't in the bin. They put all these boxes around the side of the bin, as you can see. There was clothes, everything there. But yeah, I'm quite happy with what I've got, and I'll be able to use some of it. So I hope you've enjoyed that video. It's something a little bit different. And I'll speak to you all again soon. Please, if you've enjoyed it, hit the like button and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thanks very much. Bye.